guys, we're out here with James. We're going to do a quick interview with him and see if we can't get his story and see how he's doing out here. James, you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I was born in Dallas, Texas. Stayed there for about 12 years and moved over to this area here in Round Rock, finished high school there. Then went off with the Army at 18, deployed to Iraq, switched over to the Marines, deployed to Afghanistan. And towards the end of my deployment was when I started first experiencing the downward spiral of my tier of income, I guess you would say, or my tier of living standards.
Right,
I started off as a guy who went from couch to couch. Then I started saying, I can just stay in my truck, and I did that until my truck broke down, and I was pushing my truck everywhere. Then I started hopping around towns, maybe finding the answers in another town was the answer. Then tried several, at that point, obviously I'm on drugs at that point.
Yeah.
And I tried several therapies, several rehab programs, and I guess that might be about where I am now. I'd say the only thing I left out is I really late on in the game, I got my veterans benefits, which helped out a lot, but it really wasn't a cure-all. And now, it seemed like it was all coming up. I've been my whole life. I've been moving from place to place every 6 months, and this last 3 years I've been in a Section 8 apartments, but I got evicted.
Yeah.
So that was also a temporal situation, and that's where I am now. Right now, I got evicted, and shortly after I got evicted, I got thrown back in jail. I've been in and out of jail.
Right.
For substance abuse, DWI, all that. And now that's where I am right now, just trying to start new.
So tell me, what was your drug of choice? What kind of drugs did you prefer when you were using?
I've always been supportive of cannabis, marijuana,
Yeah.
non-concentrates.
Yeah.
That's from high school until the day I pass. I'm going to be all pro that. I started off as kind of a junkie, doing whatever, smoking whatever. I'm a smoker first
Right.
off, and I guess it slowly went from cocaine to, I guess the hard drug, it slowly went from cocaine to methamphetamine, because that's really that's what's out here. That's
Right.
what's out here. That's
Is that the big drug right now in town is meth?
That's what's growing on the trees.
Do you see a lot of fentanyl in Austin right now? Is it growing, or is it just not really a big issue at the moment?
In my experience, the most exposure I have it to is word of mouth.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think of course it's a big issue.
Right.
It can't be anything but a big issue.
Right.
And also, there's two worlds, there's two camps when it comes to that. There's the ones that go up and the ones that go down. And
Yeah.
I think it's more centric towards the down one, but it's starting to trickle over in ours as well.
But meth is pretty much the big drug here in Austin.
From what I can tell, because
Yeah.
I'm isolated, so
Right.
it seems like that to me.
So you're out here on the Greenbelt. How's life out here on the Greenbelt?
It's beautiful.
It is.
It's beautiful. Sometimes it can make you forget that you're in a city here.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell people in a lot of my videos that this particular Greenbelt is different than any of the other homeless encampments in the city. Y'all take care of it. It stays nice. People out here are very nice folks. So it's a very nice area. So let me ask you, when it gets cold out, we had an ice storm not long ago. How did you survive that?
I had I would have been okay. I was with my dog, and we were in a tent that was real nice. It was a motorcycle tarp over a dog kennel, and I had a pretty heavy-duty sleeping bag in there, and we would have been okay with that. But just the thing was, I got drenched a couple of nights before, and all my stuff was wet. So I managed by finding a abandoned barbecue pit, and it broke off the legs. I made a fire pit, and it was all good. I was about to fall asleep, and that's when I got scooped up by the police.
Oh, really? So you got picked up? What'd you get picked up for?
It was just a warrant, 3-year warrant. I got dismissed.
That happens all the time, man. So let me ask you this: down here on the Greenbelt, do you see a lot of cops? Do they patrol down in this area much?
Not so much. I haven't seen much activity.
Yeah.
Mainly on the more touristy areas where the college kids go.
Right.
They'll stick their heads in every once in a while.
How about the city services like Department of Health or the Hill people? Do they ever come down in here and try to offer you services or try to get you in shelter, anything like that?
Before here, I was up in Riverside.
Yeah.
In a similar environment, not a green belt, but it was definitely a wooded area. And they did there too. They came and they put everybody in hotels and got them benefits and stuff like that.
Yeah. So how do you survive day to day? Like food, money. Do you panhandle? I mean, how do you end up feeding yourself?
I'm good with. I'm not good with money.
Right.
I'm good with like items, like bartering.
Right. I hear that a lot. The bartering is a big thing.
Like even in jail, I had 14 apples, 2 loaves of bread, and I'm indigent. I have no money on the books.
Right.
I'm able to use those.
All right, before we continue with the interview with James, I want to take a minute to tell you about one of the channel's longtime sponsors, Balcones Roofing and Remodeling. Have you been leaving your house outside again? Texas weather can wreak havoc on your home, especially your roof, and if you haven't had it inspected lately, chances are the outside could be making its way inside. Trust Balcones Roofing and Remodeling to perform a thorough roof inspection and offer long-lasting solutions. They're the only 5-star rated roofer in Austin who specializes in installing the impact-resistant F-Wave Rivia and back all roof replacements with a $20,000 guarantee. To schedule a roof inspection, call 512-937-8805 or visit balconesroofsaustin.com. The link is in the description. Now back to the interview with James. Yeah, you know Henry. I've known Henry for a while. He's in jail right now, so we try to keep money on his books too. But
that's nice.
It's hard.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. So when it is getting cold and they open the warming centers. How do you find out? Does anybody ever come down here and tell you that the warming centers are going to be open?
I don't even know what a warming center is.
See, that was my question. You really don't even have a way to find out about them, do you? That's crazy.
A lot of us don't have phones or the TV. We don't have TV time to be able to get that type of information.
All right. So, city, they're not down here a whole lot offering services. If they did come down here and offer you services, if they come down here and said, hey, hop in this van, we're going to go put you in a shelter. When they take folks to the bridge shelters, there's no services there. Let's say you're addicted to heroin or methamphetamines or alcohol. Would you yourself, if you were in that shelter, would you stay there if they didn't offer you any services to help you get off of the drugs, or would you pretty much be back on the street pretty quick?
I'd have to get a feel for it, but it sounds like something I wouldn't want to opt into because I've turned down rehabs before in the past and shelters.
Right. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Do you have a Venmo or anything that you want to shout out in case anybody wants to donate some money to you?
We got
or a Cash App.
I got Cash App.
You want to give your Cash App handle?
It is #WAMP, spelled WAMP, church.
I'll write it down and put it in the comments too.
Okay, that probably helps.
That way we'll have it. So one last question for you: if there's anything that you want the common person to know about what it's like about being homeless, there's a lot of misconceptions. What do you want people to know about your life and how you live out here?
That we're not lazy. We're not like turning our heads on work or responsibilities. Right. That every day is a struggle. Every day's work. Every hour is something that we have to grind through just for the simple things. And it's really the same thing as from being a first world country throwing our food away, and there's third world countries out there starving, needing one bag of rice. It's the same thing with us. I mean, we appreciate handouts, and some of us are too proud to ask for them or accept them, but I mean, just offer it anyway. And
you're pretty much, you're right, you're living just basically hour to hour. It's a struggle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. And if there's anything that we can ever do for you, we're always around.
God bless.
All right, thank you.